Hello and welcome back to Lord Fenton Gaming Plays Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition. I'm your host Lord Fenton. In this Neverwinter Night 1 build video, we're building up the Pure Bard build. As always, everyone like, comment, and subscribe my channel for more Neverwinter Night builds like this. Do not forget to hit that notification bell to be updated much more. Here are the pros and cons of this build. Because you're playing a Bard, you have a series of spells that are really nice to buff up with. Also, with Bard spells, yeah, you can be devastating in combat. In other words, yeah, you could be able to debuff your foes. Two songs, Bard Song and Curse Song. Bard Song to buff you up and Curse Song to wreck your foes. Another thing as well with this build, you'll be able to use martial weapons. So you can use some really nice weapons with this build. Also, you can wear up to medium armor, which is really nice indeed. You have high strength and good charisma. Now, cons of this build follows. Now, because you're an arcane spellcaster, you don't have to early on take off that armor due to the fact that every time you're wearing heavy armor or any type of armor, you get that arcane spell failure. Now, another con I will say as well is this build is good, but it will not be excellent until you get the still spell feat because, yeah, the arcane failure. So you have to depend on still spell for many of the buffs or some of the spells you use in combat. And I'm going to be honest, that's about it for pros and cons of this build. So let's go ahead and create our character, shall we? Now, for this build, I'm going to probably say human race is the best race to pull this off. You could do other races, but you're going to be down 1 feat, so it'll be like a very tight build in order to build around it. So human race is the very best race for this build. Now, as for classes, I'm going to go ahead and say you'll be playing a Pure Bard. Simple as that, 1 to 40. And just remember, you cannot be lawful at all to be a Bard. If you shift to lawful, then you're an ex-Bard. Now, as for alignment, any will do that's not lawful. If you don't want to be smite, the true ones, true neutral, and chaotic neutral is the way to go. Now, as for your ability scores, you want your strength at 14. We're going to actually work on that big time, max it out. Yeah, it sounds weird for a Bard build, but trust me, this helps. Dexterity 10, so your reflex saves are going to be in a tank a little bit. Constitution 12, so your fortitude saves are going to be up there slightly a bit. Wisdom save 10, just like your, your reflex saves as well. Intelligence 14 for some skills, because we're going to need a few of those skills. That'll help you out big time. Now, Charisma, we're going to keep at 16, so this way we cast all 6 level spells. So yeah, our spells are off of Charisma. So Strength 14, Dexterity, Wisdom 10, Constitution 12, Intelligence 14, and Charisma 16. Now, as for skills, we're going to go ahead and do his Tumble, use Magical Device. That's important. Spellcraft, that's going to help us out big time. Also identify spells, it gives us a little bit of spell saves every 5 increments. For Sway, that's going to be a talking skill. Perform, we're going to hit that as well. We're going to max that sucker out due to the fact that Curse Song and Bard Song is going to help out that way. Discipline and Heal, that's going to be very important because we're going to be mealing like crazy with this build. And we're going to buff up, of course, that'll help out greatly. So I'm going to go ahead and now get to the feats. Alright, for the feats, we're going to pick 2. We're going to pick Curse Song. So Curse Song is this. This will debuff your foes. Now, every time you have Perform and more Bard levels, the curse on your foes get worse and worse. You eventually do damage against them. They'll suffer pretty badly, and you'll take full advantage of that, which is a very good thing. A few feats will make sure the curse song lasts longer against your foes. Now, the other thing is we have Bard songs. That's like our buff, which is good. Now, this is like weird what people will say, but the reason why I'm picking this feat is weapon for Efficiency Martial is we will get some nice blades, mainly the scimitar, and also longsword is nice as well too, and rapiers and such. Yeah, so those type of weapons you definitely want with this build. The one I'm going to show you is going to do a lot of damage, so that's about it for the feats. Now, pick any level 0 Bard spells due to the fact that level 0 Bard spells, you eventually will learn them all. This is your last resort type of spells if you run out of other spell slots. So let's go on to some final advice. Alright everyone, here's my final advice about this build. You're going to start out slow, and then you're going to level up, and things will go your way more. Once you get the still spell feat, you'll be able to cast, of course, while wearing armor. It'll just be 1 spell slot higher. And then you become more and more powerful. Your buff's going to become more and more deadly. You can debuff your foes big time and wreck the battlefield. So it's just going to be a little bit of work, and eventually you'll wreck everything in sight. So I'm going to go over bard spells at this very moment that you should pick. Now, for level 0 bard spells and summons, usually your level 0 spells is your last resort. Now, the thing is, you'll get all level 0 spells I mentioned, so don't panic about that at all. As your summon spells, however you want to get one. The thing is when you get a better summon spell, as you level up, remove the one that you pick, and then, of course, pick the other level 1 spells while you're at, for instance, level 2, you pick the summon spell. So, get used to swapping spells in and out. In fact, this will be a good practice because with the bard class, you have to select a spell. It'll stay there until you level up. Then, if you don't like that spell, you can remove it and then use a better spell. I'm going to go over the level 1 spells first. The first level 1 spell you want to look at is Cure Light Wounds. Now, this heals 1d6 plus 1 per caster level, which is maximum of 5 on the living. Now, Undead will take the exact same damage, so you'll heal yourself at the same time you have a single target nuke spell, which is very nice. Identify casters get plus 10 plus 1 per caster level on their lore skills. So in other words, it'll be easier to identify items and such. So this way you don't have to spend that 100 gold per unidentified item, which is very good. Lesser Dispel attempts to remove all buffs from a foe. There's some resistance you have to roll against to see if you can remove that. This is a nice spell to go into combat, remove some annoying buffs, and you're good to go. Next up is the Mage Armor spell. Target gets plus 1 AC, plus 1 dodge, plus 1 deflection bonus, and plus 1 enchantment. So this will definitely protect you greatly. And what's good about it is you could cast this if you have no armor at all. It helps you out big time. You should get this one first. Protection from alignment. Target gets a plus 2 deflection bonus to AC, plus 2 to all saving throws, and immunity to any mind affecting spells and such like that against the creature of a chosen alignment. So if you say protection from evil, cast this on yourself, you're good to go. This is also very useful against, of course, certain creatures that are like from the abyss that you summon, and you cast it on yourself. They'll ignore you. They'll attack your foes that doesn't have the spell. And also, as I said before, get your summon creature 1, then ditch it for a better one when you reach spell level 2. Let's go over spell level 2. So let's go over Ghostly Visage. So caster gets damage reduction of 5/+1, immunity to spells from level 1 and lower, and caster gets a plus 10% on concealment 2. Here's the deal, you'll be hard to hit thanks to the concealment bonus. You get that nice damage reduction, so you'll of course lower damage against you. And the big thing I like about it the most is the immunity from spells that are level 1 and lower, like for example Magic Missile. This is really useful for you. You should always cast this. Even if you don't have the still spell feat yet, take off your armor, cast it, and then of course wear your armor back again. Ultra Vision, target can see in the dark. They can also see magical darkness, like for example darkness spell. Really great to have. Couple it with the darkness spell, you're good to go. Darkness, foes are blinded in an area full of darkness. Now, only way to pierce through that is Ultra Vision and True Seeing. But this is a great spell to hamper your foes. They can't hit you, but if you have Ultra Vision on, you can see them and just hit them back and do some serious damage against them. The next one I'm going to go ahead and go over is Bull Strength. Target gets 1d4 strength, so this will buff up your character, make it much more stronger. Cat's Grace. Target gets 1d4 dexterity, so they'll be more dexterous big time if you put this on your characters. As I said before, get your summon creature 2, then ditch it for a better one when you reach spell level 3. Let's go over the level 3 spells. Dispel Magic. This is a much more powerful version of Lesser Dispel Magic. So what this does is remove more buffs than Lesser Dispel Magic spell does. Keen Edge drops your threat range rolls to get a critical hit on slashing weapons. So for example, if you have a blade that is normally 15 to 20 on in order to get a critical hit, with this on the blade now, it'll be 12 to 20. So that means more often you'll do critical hits than not. Get this first because the reason being is it's simple. You want to do more critical hits, especially with slashing weapons. Well, this build will, for weapon focus, will build up on that. So you do more damage with that. Hey, so target gets plus 4 dodge bonus to armor class, 1 extra attack, and 50% boost in movement speed. This is a really nice spell to use and abuse. Buff yourself up with it, and then you go crazy in combat. Now, for the next spell you want is Displacement. Target gets 50% concealment, so that means it'll be hard for them to hit you. You just be like a, I say, displacer beast at this point. You want to get that. Now this one I decided to put in there for a few reasons, and here we go. Gust of Wind knocks down any foes that fails their 4-2 saves. That means if they get knocked down, easier for you to take them out. What's a good thing about this spell is if some foe left behind a cloud or gas spell, like for example Cloud Kill, this will get rid of it in the area. Some cloud spells will be very deadly later on, especially Cloud Kill, so good idea to clear that out. And again, get your summon creature, then ditch it for a better one when you reach the level 4 spells. Speaking of level 4 spells, let's go over that next. Now we're at the level 4 spells. We're going to have some really nice spells to have. Warcry, a shout that gives a bard +2 attack and damage bonuses, so in other words they hit harder. At the same time, foes will run away from you unless they make a will save. Now here's the deal, this is a very powerful spell. I did a build based off of that, and I wrecked things left and right. With this, the bard could wreck a few foes, or I say many foes. Here's another one I like, improve invisibility. Target will be invisible, cannot be detected by any means unless you have true seeing. Of course, now if you do an action, you'll be much more easier to be detected. Again, true seeing will see through that. So this is a good spell to have, especially against foes that does not have the true seeing spell or ability, and it'll be hard for them to hit you. Now, hold monsters. Target monster will be paralyzed for 1 round per caster level. Very powerful spell. Very nice crowd control. You can hold them in place and then beat the living crap out of them. Dismissal. Target summons of any kind will be unsummoned instantly. Very powerful spell. If you see monsters like summoning like crazy, pop this sucker. You just make them waste a few action spell slots. Then you can have fun with them. Cure critical wounds. Heals living targets 4d8 plus 1 caster level, which is a max of 20 of damage. On the flip side, the undead will take that same amount of damage. Very powerful spell against undead. Great spell against your party members, so this way they get healed up. Choice is yours on how to use it. Get your summon creature forward, then ditch it for a better one when you reach level 5. So yeah, you definitely want that. Let's go to level 5 spells. For a level 5 spell, Ethereal Visage, caster gets 20/3 plus damage reduction. Level 2 and lower spells won't be affected at all. The bard gets 25% in concealment bonus. This is a huge upgrade to Ghostly Visage, so you definitely want to get that. So once we do get a still spell, we use our level 6 spell slots to buff us up, which is very nice. Greater Dispelling, much more powerful than Dispel and lesser Dispel magic. Now, this will get rid of many buffs on your foes, and you get to abuse it and use it much as you want. Healing Circle, all targets in the area gets healed 1d8 plus 1 per caster level, max is 20. Undead takes the same amount of damage. This is great if your party's stuck in a situation against the living, they get healed up nicely. This is also great if you're facing many undead. Pop this sucker around you, let them come to you, they take a lot of damage, you might knock off a few of them, or be weak enough for you to hack them to pieces. Next up is Mind Fog. Foes in the area take -10 saving throws on mind affecting spells and effects. Foes move out of the fog loses the debuff. So this is a great way to ward off against melee foes. If they still want to stay, then that's fine, but they get a lot more mind affecting spells against them. Summon creatures 5. Summon Dire Bear to fight for you. This is good as it gets, so this is the last summon you should definitely want to grab. Let's go over the level 6 spells. Now, from this point on, you have to remove your armor, since Still Spell will only go up 1 level in order to get the Still Spell effect. Unfortunately, there's no level 7 Bard spell, so you have to definitely remove your armor in order to negate the spell arcane penalty when you wear armor. But here we go anyways. Energy Buffer. Target gets damage resistance of 40/whatever against all elemental forms of damage. So in other words, you will take less elemental damage. Now, if you take 60 points of damage, which is elemental damage, the buff goes bye-bye. This is a very nice spell to use and abuse. Now, another one is Ice Storm. Foes in the area takes 3d6 blunt damage as always, and 2d6 cold damage. Every 3 levels of cold damage will ramp up, increase by 1d6 on the dice. Very powerful AoE spell. You want to use it to start clearing out foes, that's fine. Just remember, you're not going to be wearing any armor when you start combat. So let's go to the last set of level 6 spells. The Dirge spell, any foes in the area has -2 strength and -2 dexterity while in the area. When they move out, they get that back. Now, of course, -2 dex strength is 1 per round, so yeah, they become weaker and less dexterous. Very great to have against foes who are either dexterous or very heavy in the strength department. Mass haste, just like the haste spell itself, affects entire party members and friendly targets. So pop this sucker and then put your armor back on. You and your party members could go crazy. That's about it for spell suggestions. Next up, we'll go ahead and build our characters from 2 to 40. In this section, we'll first cover the level 2 to 20, the non-epic levels. So let's go ahead and do just that. So let's go pick the Bard class. We're going all the way for it. Okay, we're going to do Discipline, Heal. Let's see what else. Persuade, Perform. Now we're going to do a Spellcraft, Tumble. We're going to use Magical Device. We're going to get that to 10 and stop there. Now, because we have 5 in Tumble, we get 1 free armor class. Just pay attention a little bit on the left side of the screen. And we'll pick Light. See, and then now we'll pick our spells of our choice. Go for my suggestions if you want to. You can always experiment in between levels. So if you don't like it in the first, for example, the first level, and then on the next level, you could change the spell out. And now AC 17 will now be AC 18. So we're going to definitely increase our armor class quite a bit. And our Bard songs will go up. Same thing with the Curse songs as well. Every time we level up as a Bard and get our Perform up. In fact, Perform is going to be our #1 skill to level up on. Now let's go ahead and do Bard. Pick the usual suspects. Make sure Perform is there. That is your top choice. Number 2, I will definitely say, is Tumble. And number 3, Spellcraft for spells saving throws against spells, because every 5 points you get that as well. Now we get more Bard songs to use. So let's talk about Lingering Songs. So Lingering Songs will extend your Bard songs for 5 additional rounds. So this does include Curse Song as well too, so it'll last a lot longer. You could curse your foes for a long time or buff yourself up, your choice, for a long time, which is good. And there's some more level 1 spells you get to pick. You can also remove a few as well too. So eventually when you get to level 2 spell slots, start practicing on which ones you like and which ones you absolutely hate and never want to use again. So let's go to level 4. So every level is 4 on a character. He or she will get a ability point. We're going to do all strength. You're saying, why is that? Well, we're going to be much more stronger. We already hit 16 for Charisma, so we can be able to cast all spells from 1 to 6. Yeah, it's like I say, Wizard. They have to have Intelligence in order to cast certain spell levels. Same thing with a Bard, but it's Charisma instead. So pick all the skills I picked, and go ahead and pick your level 2 spells you want. If you don't like any, start swapping them out. I'm going to do Ultra Vision because this way I can see through darkness. I have to remember not to use any armor, unfortunately, when I do this until I get the Still Spell feat. Now, Darkness is not covered by the Still Spell feat, but it's very powerful. I'm going to do Ghostly Visage instead, too. Again, pick whatever you want. Up to you on your choice. But still, those 3 spells I talked about, they're very good. Now, we'll level up again. Let's see here. Bard. Let's pick that. This usual suspects for skills. And we'll keep on going. We're about 2 points away from capping out, in my mind, of use magical device. This way we use every item you can equip that you can, as long as it doesn't require a feat. Like, for example, if it's a medium armor that only a paladin could equip, then they'll be able to we'll be able to use that now. Same thing with a Holy Avenger, since we're using martial weapons. Just saying. Now we'll keep on going, level up our Bard. Now we're at 9. We're just 1 point away from stopping use magical device. People say 7. I'm going to go with 10. Just even it out on an even number. So we get another feat. This time it's weapon focus. We're going to pick our weapon focus. Pick a bladed weapon. Now this one I pick is great. But anyways, weapon focus is this. You get +1 attack bonuses. In other words, you're more likely to hit than miss with this weapon that you're focusing on. And this weapon I'm focusing on is very powerful. Especially later on with the... you guessed it, critical hit rate. It has a very nice one, by the way. Yeah, you see I'm using it right now, and it's 18 to 20. So you'll see a drop eventually in that. And that's about it for leveling up. Now we're going to go ahead and level up again. And I just want to show you that. See, attack bonus +7, which is good. Now we're at level 7, so we'll pick the skills. This is the last time I put points in to use magical device. Then next time we'll do appraisal. So we'll just do that, and there you go. And we're at 10. We'll stop at use magical device, and we're all done with that. Pick your favorite level 2 spells. I'm going to do some more summon creatures. I'm going to get rid of the other one at 1, and switch them out. And there you go. I probably say Grease is good, and the other one's identified. That's a nice one as well. This way we start saving money in shops. And I'm going to go ahead and pick the spell magic. I like that one. And haste. Haste is always good. And that's about it. So now we're going to level up again. Every level's a 4. You get yourself ability score, so on and so forth. Get used to it. Now we'll put in the strength. That'll be even with our charisma, so we're about to become much more stronger in the melee department, hitting our foes. So yeah, when our blows connect, we do a little bit more damage. So just keep on going on that, and there you go. We'll put that there, and now we use as praise. So this way we start saving money in shops as well. I mean, come on, you want to do that. Especially you want to buy some wands too. Yes, with this build, bars could use wands. I did pick Keen Edge. Should have did it earlier, but it's a very nice spell. And there, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and just level up and demonstrate something once I do get to still spell feat. But for now, we'll just pick our skills. Now, we're not going to pick use magical device. Instead, for the last one, we'll do is praise. And there you go. And now we'll have, let's see here, where is it at? Now, still spell, people will laugh while I'm picking it. Well, it's going to be for mainly buffs and such, and debuffs I could do. So still spell does is this. You'll be able to wear armor and cast a spell. However, that spell has to be 1 level higher. So if you want to cast a level 4 spell, you have to use up a level 5 spell slot. In this case, if I want to cast a level 2 spell, I have to use up a level 3 spell slot while I'm being armored. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that now, or try to. I'm going to pick the same spell, which is Ghostly Visage. This one is going to be still spell, and the other one is not. Yeah, the normal version. And I'm going to see if I could try trigger the arcane spell failure. So yeah, with still spell, you'll be able to negate that. This will be a very important component of the build. I use this definitely for my Warcry build with the other classes. Well, I'm just going to do a single class, which is the Bard class, and abuse that feature. So we'll cast that, and there you go. I got lucky because my, I should say, on the dice on the arcane failure didn't fail. But with still spell, you're not going to be able to fail at all thanks to that. So we'll level up to 10. We're halfway through with our, I should say, leveling up in the normal levels. So pick the skills I'm picking. Just make sure use magic device stays at 10, and you start moving up on the appraisal spell. Go ahead, pick your level 3 or 4 spells if you want to, and that's about it. Now I'm going to go ahead and find this one. Just pick and choose which one you want to experiment with. Let's see here. I think I'm going to try pick his Gust of Wind or that one. Or then let's see here. Improve his visibility. Oh yeah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, summon creatures. I forgot. Yeah, let me go ahead and get Bull Strength or something like that. But still, just use my spell suggestion. That's about it. And you can be able to switch spells in and out as long as you're able to level up. And there's Warcry. That's what I was looking for, is that one. Very important piece to my puzzle for building up levels. Now we're at level 11, start of the other half of the non-epic levels. Let's see, Appraisal, Discipline, Heal, Perform, Definitely, Persuade, Spellcraft, and Tumble. So you're noticing we're getting some free AC because every 5 points in Tumble we get that. Pick your level 4 spells. If you need to switch any other spells in and out, go ahead and do so as well. Yeah, and when there you go. Now since we still spell, we cast up to level 3 without any worry about arcane spell failure and armor. So let's keep on going. Now we're at level 12, and we'll put our points in the strength. Don't worry, this build we're going to even Steven it out big time. So let's go ahead and do that. And if you notice what this build I'm building up towards is, of course, devastating critical hits. Oh yes, I am. So we get ourselves another feat and free AC. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick its power attack. So power attack is plus 5 on damage at the cost of your attack rate, so minus 5 on the dice, but you do more damage when you connect. It's a gateway to many feats. So let's level up some more at level 13, pick all the skills like I am. Keep use magical device, of course, at 10. Okay, let's go ahead and select our spells. So now we're able to cast level 5 spells, so we could still spell level 4 spells using up a level 5 spell slot. That's alright, that's fine with me. And there you go. Now we'll just keep on going, keep on leveling on up. And yeah, let me go ahead and demonstrate at this time. Let me see here. Where is it at? Yeah, I'm trying to look for a Keen Edge. Or something like that. Yeah, I'll use the spell slot. Yeah, just to demonstrate. Yeah, see, I can still spell that. There's your war cry I could do now and other things. Yeah, I was looking for that instead. So let's level on up with our bard class. Just keep on going. And yeah, let's go ahead and get all the skills first. And if you don't like talking skills, you can pick something else. But with the bard, you need a talking skill at least. So this way you persuade them to do things they normally don't do. You're hustling and flowing, of course. And pick whatever spell you like to pick. There's a hint, pro tip from me. All the level 5 spells you'll definitely get. So don't panic. Don't worry. We'll put displacement there. And everything looks fine. Yeah, go over your spells. I always go over every time you level up as a bard, a sorcerer. Those 2 classes. Because you have to swap them in and out. In case you don't like something. So we'll level up. Keep on going on that. So we're about 5 levels away after we're done to hit to 20. So there you go. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is pick another feat. We're going to go ahead and pick its cleave, obviously. So cleave is this. You kill one foe. Next foe you attack, you either could kill or not kill. It stops there. It's a gateway to great cleave. And it'll be very useful later on. And that's about it. So let's go ahead and pick all this. And you could go over your spells if you want to. Now we're at level 16. Every level's a 4. You get yourself a ability score. And I'm going to put strength there. So our strength now will be at 18. Which is real nice. So let's keep on going on that. And there you go. And let's go ahead and pick. Okay, I'm just taking my time on this. Make sure everything is right. And now we have access to level 6 spells. Our final level spells for the bard. Unfortunately, we won't get automatic steel spell feat because that requires level 9 spells. But the steel spell is still good because we'll be able to cast 1 through 5 while using, of course, armor, as long as we still spell that spell. You'll see why. Which is a good thing. So I'm going to go and do energy buffer. I have to cast that era with armor, take a risk of arcane spell failure, or take off the armor, then cast it and put it back on before going to a major battle or so. Same thing with mass haste as well, too, for everybody to have the haste effect. Alright, I think we're done here. Double check, triple checks before you finish, as always. Now we'll level up again in the bard class. So, yeah, you're noticing this is a pure build. I have other builds that are linked to multi-classing a bard, but this one, you like the bard class so much, that's why I have it for people for that only. So, go over your spells you want to pick. I'm going to pick Cat's Grace like I suggested. As I always say, experiment, experiment, experiment. It's your first time playing. If you really like the bard class, then you could go pick any other spells you want and such. Yeah, I'll do Ice Storm. And there you go. And that should be it, definitely. Hit the OK button. You're all set and good to go. Now we'll level up again. So let's go ahead and keep at it. All the skills I'm suggesting, go ahead and pick. Your main skills should be at 21. As you notice, I have more armor class thanks to the tumble. When we get a lot more down the road. So let's go ahead and pick another feat. What we're going to do is Great Cleave. So Great Cleave is this. You kill one foe, and then you go to the next foe. You keep on killing the foe. And then this will stop either when you miss or there's no more foes left on the battlefield. It's like a killing spree. That's what it is, really. And now we'll go ahead and pick some spells. Again, go over ones you like. And if you don't like it, that's fine. Switch them in and out. That's what's great about this game. Every time you level up, you get to switch spells in and out. This only is for the bard and the, if I remember right, the sorcerer class. Everybody else gets to use the spell book or have to find scrolls if you're a wizard, but you get to choose which one you want in between resting up, which is very nice. So there you go. We'll pick Gust of Wind like I suggested, because later on some foes will love to cast Cloud Kill and other nasty cloud-like spells. So we'll pick the bard again. We're at close to the level 20. I say normal cap, or I say the non-epic levels. Yeah, so we're about to soon get out of that. Okay, we'll go ahead and pick another spell. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do his Cure Critical Wounds. I probably should do that. Anti-undead spell always helps to get that. And I'm not going to do Summon 6. Yeah, bad. Oh, yeah, wait a second. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Yeah, let me think about that. I'll change it out next time. And we're at level 20, so this is the last of the normal levels. And when every level to 4, get ability score. We'll put that in the strength. The skills I'm going to go ahead and pick should go for that. And there. Neverwinter Nights 1 tumbles every 5 points. Neverwinter Nights 2 is every 10 points. You get free AC. Huge difference. They nerfed that in 2, the tumble skill. And that's about it for the normal levels. Now, I'm going to go ahead, after I'm done leveling up, start the epic levels. Yeah, the real stuff there. So here we go. Welcome to the epic levels, everyone. So from level 21 to 40, we'll go over that. I'll point to each some of the campaign high level ones, of course, their cap. So let's go ahead and pick those, and there you go. All the skills like I'm suggesting. As for feats we're about to go over is, well, besides it tells you you're epic bard. And since we're a peer class, we'll start that exactly at 21 instead of like other levels down the road. Even though there'll be some feats free, but still, I'm just saying. This weapon I'm doing improved critical. This will drop your threat range. So normally a threat range, for instance, is 18 to 20. Now it'll be 15 to 20 on the dice. And it stacks with keen and other factors as well, too. And there you go. So let's go over this. See, there's your threat range right there, 18 to 20. It was. Now it's 15 to 20 on our weapon of choice. So that is very good. Now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate why it stacks with keen edge and why you should have that. And let me go ahead and rest up. Now, if you were like multi-classing and you did get the keen edge, I'd say spell, like for example, Bard, Weapon Master, and Fighter, that'll drop down even much more further due to the fact there is, I think it was Superior Critical will do that for you, which is great for the Weapon Master. Yeah, Weapon Masters are very powerful, especially if you know how to use it. Bards can be too, thanks to spells and buffs. Okay, let's go ahead and, like I said before, cast on ourselves. See, there's the critical threat range. It was 15 to 20. Now it's 12 to 20. So if we roll 12 to 20 on the dice, we critical hit more often than not, which is a good thing. All right, pick the usual suspects for my skills. Now, your big skills should be at 25, especially spellcraft, more spell save throws, and tumble. We get one free armor class. Now we're at 22 armor class with, I think, a basic breastplate and, of course, a large shield. Yeah, keep your shields at large shields. Just trust me, you'll thank me later. And now we get to pick a selection of feats. Now this one I'm going to go ahead and pick right away. This is obvious. It's lasting inspiration. I'm going to go over that, what this is. This feat effects of bardic music lasts 10 times longer. This will replace the other one. So this does is your bard songs will last longer. Your buffing ones, your curse songs will last longer against foes. They will suffer more. You'll get buffed up more if you use the bard songs. Very powerful feat. Now, yeah, see, there you go. We'll cast that. It's going to last quite a bit as I level up. So just watch how long as I'm leveling up as well. Every level of 4, we're going to go ahead and pick strength at this time. There you go, 20 strength. We're going to go ahead and get that to 26. When we get to 25, we'll get our feats what we want. You'll see down the road. So since we're at level 24, that's the cap for Tyrants of the Moonsea. If you really squeeze everything out. Otherwise, it's 23. We'll get to the other cap in a few moments. Great strength. Now, this does is gives you one free point in strength, which is good. And there you go. See, 21 strength. We'll do this quite a bit for a few times until we, of course, stop at 25. And this way, we'll just use the level 40 for a 26 even out, even Steven. There you go. Go over spells if you want to. Now we're going ahead and get to level 26 as a bard. And yeah, pick the usual suspects. We're getting close to 30 on our big skills. And for tumble, another free armor class point. And there you go. So we're picking from the bard line only. So we'll do extra music. So extra music will give us 4 extra times per day with bard song, which is very helpful. You'll see why. 1 for the level up and 4 more extra from here on out, which is very good. So we'll go ahead and hit the bard class again. Yeah, this is a pure bard build, folks. I have other non-pure ones, but this, I would probably say surprisingly how great it was. It was the buffs. I was like, whoa. And plus the performance was really up there as well. We'll do great strength, so we'll have more strength. And there you go. When we level up, we'll now be able to lock ourselves in from here on out. Of course, getting devastating critical hits and getting 26 strength. So every level of 4, you get yourself a free ability point, put it in strength. Usual suspect for the skills. And yeah, see, look, we're already at 27 armor class. That is impressive, I will say, just because of tumble. Now we'll level up much more. And yep, there you go. So we're almost halfway through the epic levels. And by the way, level 28, 29, that's the cap for Hordes of the Underdark. Very cool stuff. Now, Epic will, this will give us +4 bonus to all will saves. That's going to help us out greatly. And we'll be a bit over our reflex saves at that point. See, there you go, +4 additional points, which is nice. Now we're at level 30. After this, we're halfway through the epic levels, which is good. So pick the skills like I'm picking. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and pick everything else. I think there's no feats. If there is, I'll point them out. And yep, there's a feat. Let's go ahead and select the one I want to select, which is yeah, overwhelming critical hit. This does is gives you 1d6 points of damage. If your weapon has a 3x, that is 2d6. 4x is 3d6, which is very nice stuff. It's a gateway to devastating critical hits as well. So let's go ahead and pick that. It won't work against undead, unfortunately, or anyone immune to critical hits. Now we'll go ahead and level up to level 31, the latter half of the epic levels. So let's go ahead and do just that. So let's go ahead and pick a praise. Let's see here. Discipline, heal, perform definitely, persuade, our talking skills, spellcraft, and tumble. Yep, and there you go. Go over your spells if you wish. I'm fine with mine, so let's keep on leveling up. Again, levels of 4, we'll put points into strength. So we're actually 1 point away at this point to getting devastating critical hits, which will be much more later down the line. So at this point, you should be playing player mods or I say persistent worlds that are capped at 40. Epic skill focus, so we're doing perform. This will give us a +10 bonus to all skill checks of that skill. In this case, perform, we're going to need much more points out of that as we can. I'll explain about that gear advice as well too, why you should look for perform items. So let's keep on leveling on up, everyone. Let's pick the Bard class, and there you go. Let's keep on going with this, and there. Hit the OK button. Now we get ourselves a feat. I'm going to go ahead and go down the line. It should be somewhere. Yeah, epic weapon focus. Let's talk about that. So epic weapon focus is the +1 bonus on attack rolls. Now it's +2. So in other words, we hit more often than not with our weapon of choice. Will help us out greatly. It's very nice to have. So more hits you do, more DPS you do, more chance to hit, more chance to kill, we say. So now we do the Bard, and let's go ahead and do a praise, discipline, heal, the usual suspects. At this point, we're about to closing in on our last armor class gain, which is very nice indeed. So there we go, everyone. So let's keep on going and keep at it. So let's level up our Bard. So we're at level 35, so we're about 5 points away from 40, which is the total in-game cap. So there you go. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick Great Charisma. So this way, for our Bard only feats, we'll usually get 2 points out of it. It'll even up to 18, which will be a little bit boosting our talking skills and anything else of that requires charisma. Okay, and that's about it. Go over your spells if you wish. I'm perfectly fine with mine. Now we're going to go to level 36, another level 4. We have 25 strength, so this is good. Next time we get a feat, we get devastating critical hit. You'll see why. 25 is the ideal goal for that, but always go for even. Learned that a long time ago because you get your mod bonuses that way. Just going over everything, make sure everything is all right, and there. And okay, yep, we got our 25 strength. We get devastating critical hits. So when we do a critical hit against foes that are not immune to critical hits, our foe will have to make a 4-2 save or die instantly. And, you know, spellcasters, not much in the 4-2 department. They get hit off the bat, they die. Some foes will die as well. So this is like an instant death ability, really, if you get lucky. Doesn't work against anyone that's immune to critical hits, obviously. So now we get 40 points, our last point in spell saves, and, of course, armor class. 1 free armor class, C29 armor class. There you go. So let's keep on going with the Bard class. And there you have it. So now we're about to finish up our leveling up part. And what we'll do is Great Charisma 2. So we have 18 Charisma total, which is very nice for this build. And there. So we got 2 levels up next up, and then we'll hit that cap. So now we're at level 39, which is I wanted to go after this. Pick the skills like I'm picking. And there you go. Also, another good skill instead of Persuade is Lore as well. That's a very nice one. So let's go over, let's see here, Blind Fight. Now, Blind Fight does is we're face off against invisible foes. They won't have advantages against us because of that now, and we get to attack them again. just like a reset button. So now we're about to hit level 40. This is it. Get all your skills, get all your spells done. That's it. So we'll put 26 strength unbuffed. So this last time for your skills as well. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to do the one I'm doing. This will be good. And voila. And this last time to change your spells as well too. I think I'm fine with every single spell there is. So I'm going to go ahead and change this one out for that one. And this looks good to go. And that's about it from level 2 to 40. Next up, I'm going to go over is gear advice. So let's get to that section now. Now for gear, you obviously, if you can find weapons that has keen in it, that's fine. If not, keen edge will help. You want is strength, dexterity, and charisma. Those are 3 you're looking for. Haste boost is fine. Another thing is any skills with perform on is wonderful. If you can find some with, of course, tumble, that'll be great as well too. Any skills with that'll reduce your arcane spell failure, you definitely want to go for that. That includes the armor that you wear and the shield. Yeah, you want to go for medium armor. As for shields, stop at, of course, large shields. If you're afraid of arcane spell failure, go for small shields as well. Now, that's your weapons. Try to enchant that by whatever cap it is, either 3, 5, or 10. Another thing I'm going to go ahead and say is go for any immunities as well, especially immune to death magic, because death magic gets a total pain in the butt. Build up your 4-2 saves if you need to, or definitely build up more your will saves. That's about it for gear advice. Next up is the combat demonstration of this video. Now for this combat demonstration, it's split into 2 parts. One is, of course, I should say is, if I remember right, yeah, as the foes that you could critical hit against and foes that are immune to critical hits. I'm going to try to do a summon. I'm going to try to do 2 attempts on it. Yes, watch. It's going to be epic fail, everyone, but we'll try that. See, that's why you got to get your arcane where spell failure drop down quite a bit. I only found it up to 25, but we're going to go against the Drow. So these are foes we could critical hit against and take advantage of devastating critical hits. So I'm going to go at this time is use Curse Song, and voila. Now they are cursed. Now I'm going to go ahead and do next is buff myself up. And look at that. See, I'm doing a lot more damage. They're barely hitting me, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and take out that foe with devastating critical hit. Now I'm going to go ahead and do his War Cry and see him run. A little bit out of slots for that, but that's alright. If I want to cast a non-still spell version, that's okay. But by then I can handle the next set of foes. And as you notice, he's running away. And that means you just keep on beating living crap out of him. So you look at that. You see, War Cry does this, foes die much more easier. So, Fenton, this works great against foes that are not immune to critical hits. What about those annoying foes that are immune to critical hits and, of course, sneak attack? No problem. It shreds them up pretty badly. So let's go ahead and look at our favorite undead combo and go after them. I'm going to go ahead and, as always, hit Curse Song when I can. And, yeah, this way this will debuff them. If I need to, I'll start removing summons, but I don't think I need to do that. Due to the fact I take out the caster. Since I have high strength, I'll be able to wreck foes like crazy. And, yeah, see, a few more hits, and that Lich and his pet will die. And I only have to deal with, of course, is that foe. Since I have high will saves, I'd be able to resist a lot of things as well. And there you go. Critical hit immunity or not, they're all dead. Here's some final advice, everyone, before I do go with this build. You're going to start off slow until you get some more spell levels, and then you get the still spell feat. Once you get the still spell feat, you'll be able to cast an armor, which is very good. So definitely get to know your spells, what you want to use and what you want to keep. Develop some tactics, like for example, use Ultra Vision and cast Darkness. If you could get it off, foes will be in darkness. You could go in and just hack them into pieces. Once you get epic levels, you're going to be really powerful. You're going to have high AC. Buff AC with this build, you're going to be over 50 AC, even though I'm using a armor that's weaker. And then the other, I say armors, like for example, breastplate plus 7. In fact, I wanted to lower my spell arcane failure. Yeah, look for items that drops your failure in spell arcane when you're wearing heavy armor as well, or say in this case medium armor and lower. This is it for my Neverwinter Nights 1 Pure Bard build video. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day or night. Do please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition content like this. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left-hand corner or YouTube's suggestion on the bottom left-hand corner. Have a great day or night, and do enjoy the killings.